And welcome to the ECBL 2019 Showcase here in Grandview Middle School in Hickory, North Carolina. I'm James Blackburn, and I'm riding solo with you guys here on Netcast Sports today. Really glad you guys have joined the broadcast. We've already seen several games this morning. This is the 12 o'clock game scheduled today between the Gastonia Snipers and the Augusta Eagles. And we have had a lot of up and down action this morning. Already seen the primetime players, last year's ECBL champions, the game right before this, and you will see them later on today in the broadcast. We've already seen, this is actually Gastonia Snipers' second game of the day, as they had the early breakfast time crew game at 8:30 a.m., and they are now ready for game 2 of the day. We have 12 teams here in the 2019 Showcase, and we'll play 12 games. Everybody will play 2 games today. And like I said, this is the 4th game out of the 12 of the day. We'll be with you. This is game 1 of 6 on Netcast Sports, streaming today for free. So do not miss it, and hopefully you will stay with us. Again, I'm James Blackburn. I'm going to be on the broadcast today solo, but World B. Wayne Otto will be on the next broadcast, and he is en route to the facility now. So really nice facility here, Grandview Middle School again in Hickory, North Carolina. It's right up the road for several of these teams. We've actually got the local team, the Hickory Hoyas, which you will see them today at 4:40. Probably around 4:45. Been running a little bit behind schedule, but they'll be on the broadcast later on today. They're the local team. Several of these teams actually traveled, from Charlotte, Winston-Salem, of course, Gastonia. The DuBois Dream, who just played, came all the way down from Pennsylvania, and they are part of the NABL League. Again, this is the ECBL Showcase. That's the East Coast Basketball League. It's a semi-pro league that runs mostly in the southeast, and we've got teams here from, again, the ECBL, the NABL, teams here from the UBA, so several different leagues represented as we are getting ready to play, as these teams got a little bit extra warm-up time. The Augusta Eagles, led by Mike Kufson, number 30. You'll see him. He was an all-star game MVP last year, actually third in the MVP voting. He's going to be number 30, 6'3", guard and forward. And we'll be calling out names, throughout the broadcast. You'll see a lot of these guys have played collegiate ball at local schools such as UNC Charlotte, Pfeiffer University. You'll see guys from Johnson C. Smith, Johnson and Wales, so a lot of guys from the area. We are all set to tip here. We're going to see 2 18-minute halves is what they're going to play. The clock is going to be stopped. Hasn't stopped much. They're not calling a lot of fouls here, trying to get the games going. It is a showcase event. All these guys have not entered their season yet, so it's a time for coaches to kind of see what they have, for GMs, for owners to kind of see who's on their roster, who's going to stay on the roster. Some of these teams aren't complete yet. They're still doing cuts and so forth. But 2 18-minute halves. The free throw situations are going to be 1 for 2. So every time you go to the line, if you get fouled on a 3, it's still going to be 1 for 3. 1 for 2s are going to be, 1 for 2 shots. You make it, you get 2 points. Miss it, you don't get any. You walk away with nada. So, and we're going to see who is going to be the home team and who's going to be the away team. I believe the Eagles are in the black jerseys, the Augusta Eagles, and the Gastonia Snipers are in the purple jerseys. Here we go. We're going to tip it on up and get ready for some fast-paced up-and-down action. We have a 24-second shot clock here, and we're going to see a lot of points. It's a great look there, great find. And it looks like the Snipers are going to be the home team. You'll see that reflected on your scoreboard at home. As the Eagles look to set up some half-court offense here, move the ball around a little bit around the horn. There's a beautiful stroke there by number 30, and that is Mike Kusin. We referred to him earlier in the broadcast, so he was last year's All-Star Game MVP, and he is starting off hot in this one, already 1 for 1 from the field. Nice like a three-point stroke. Look for him to have a big game today. So he's running the left wing. Man, the Eagles start off 2 for 2 from distance. That was number 3, Richie Yancey out of Middle Georgia Technical College. Second year for the team. And the Augusta Eagles actually are going to take, the Gastonia Snipers are going to take an early timeout. We're going to keep it here with you. It's here on the broadcast as the Eagles jumped out the away team here on the scoreboard to a 6-2 early lead. Again, the Augusta Eagles in the black jerseys, the Gastonia Snipers in the purple jerseys. I like those uniforms a lot. Kind of have an old Chicago Bulls throwback look, except they're purple and pinstripes and not black and pinstripes. We're going to see the Eagles starting off this one in zone. Don't really see a lot of zone out here at the showcase. Most teams have been playing man-to-man today, but there's zone defense. And that's going to open up the perimeter as we can try to get these numbers right for you guys. That's number 30 in the purple. That's Bernard Sullivan, 6'8", out of UNC Charlotte. He's a guy that has good experience, was a starter at UNC Charlotte, actually averaged over 10 points a game his last couple of years. He's got big-time athleticism, could shoot the three, and he's a guy that has no shortage of talent. Let's see if the Augusta or the Gastonia Snipers could get him rolling as they start off in the man-to-man defense. Good defense there by Sullivan, cutting off the drive. Hear the coach yelling, move. A lot of standing around right now, and it results in the turnover for the Eagles. Great defense there by the Snipers. It's interesting that Sullivan's actually playing the point guard position for the Snipers at 6'8". And that's number 14. And that is Joseph Pope out of San Jose. Kind of looks like Kendall Marshall a little bit from Carolina. Nice looking three ball there by the lefty. Good defense by Sullivan. Kuvan kicks it out. And these Snipers uniforms are pretty interesting here. Got the target on the front. So wondered if this team's going to be a team that shoots a lot from distance. Here comes, they're going to call the charge. That's going to be Pope called for the charge. A little out of control right there. Good call by the official. Even though most of my listeners do know I am anti-charge. And wow, that is number 30, Mike Kusin. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right. Probably not. But that one was from Augusta, ladies and gentlemen. And he is 2 for 2 so far in this one, as they've jumped out to the quick 11-8 lead. It's number 5, Nick Crawford, out of Johnson & Wales, looks to set up the offense. Nice kick there. And the Snipers are popping away from outside. That's A.J. Behringer out of Pfeiffer University, 6'1" guard, number 23, with the long-distance tray ball. And they've tied this one up. Already 3 threes. A lot of threes in this one. People have been watching too much Houston Rockets basketball. There's another three. That's number 3, Richard Yancey out of Middle Georgia. We've already called his name out a couple of times. 5'9". And, man, you can't look down here for a second. Folks, I hope you're not running out to get popcorn, because if you do that, you're going to miss some action. And there's a foul drawn. You're not going to see a lot of fouls out here. You can see this clock running. which I hope happens because I'm hoping to get back to the media room for my lunch. I've not had any today, so hopefully they brought in the good catering. Good defense right there. Ooh, a little bit too anxious by that's number 5, Nick Crawford. A little bit too anxious there on the D. See what kind of set we can run here for the Eagles. And they said, what set? We don't need a set. I'll just pull up for 3. That was number 8. That's Sharon King, second season on the team. Yates a little bit too aggressive. That's the second foul in less than a minute. You say, what, I can't play defense? You're hearing a few whoas in the crowd. Good defense by Sullivan. At 6'8", he can really move, really agile. Can play the 1 through the 4. Wow, tough Dirk. One-footed step back there by number 11. Haven't called him out today. That's Matt Todd out of Francis State. Third year in the EYBL. I'm sorry, in the ECBL. This isn't AAU basketball. Okay, got a 1-on-3 break here. Nice no-look behind the back pass. Blew the layup. Yancey said, man, you're killing my assist here, boss. Kicks it out to Sullivan. Sullivan for the lefty 3. Off the mark. And the Eagles are off running again. Out of control. Oh, gets the block call, which I'll never argue against. Sullivan seems to disagree, and we have a few people in the crowd that seem to disagree. We got a loud boo call. Boo, you can probably hear it on the air. Provide some entertainment for us. Wow, very quick shot. That's not a good shot that the coach is going to like. That's number 11, Matt Todd. Got an ISO here on the perimeter. Good defense, tough shot. Oh, right off the mark. You're going to see a lot of tough shots. I've seen a lot so far today. If I had $1 for every bad shot, I might be rich by the end of this broadcast. But I will say some of these teams do slow it down a good bit, run some good sets. You're going to see some of the top teams in the league, like the primetime players. They played just earlier. You'll see them in a few hours, and they were the champions from last year. Got a tough win against the Du Bois Dream in the last matchup. There's a nice little drop-off pass to number 14, and that is Joseph Pope out of San Jose. Well, we don't have a size for him. We don't have a height, but he looks to be about 6'7" from my view. Here on the sideline, I'm in the corner today. And we have the shot clocks. Again, we have a 24-second shot clock. They are not on top of the basket, as this is a middle school. It's not an NBA arena. So they actually brought them in, and they're sitting on the floor. So the players got to get used to that shot clock being on the floor. And you'll hear some of the coaches, and, heck, you'll even hear some of the fans yell out what the shot clock is. Nice move. Good footwork there by number 30. And that's, of course, last year's All-Star Game MVP, Mike Kusin. And by my unofficial numbers, he already has 8 points. Good rebound there for 35. Really long. That's Daniel Carls, 6'7". He's a rebounder and a shot blocker. And my notes is what I have. And this is his 4th year in the ECBL. Good rebound there by Sullivan. He looks to push. Nice kick-out pass. Good ball movement here for the Snipers, and it results in a wide-open 3 by A.J. Behringer out of Pfeiffer, and that results in a timeout by the Eagles. It's all tied up here at 18 all. Again, a little bit under 11 minutes to go. Again, we're playing 2 18-minute running halves here. And the Eagles are going to talk about it a little bit. Again, we really appreciate you guys tuning in here to the ECBL 2019 showcased at Grandview Middle School in Hickory, North Carolina, right down the road from Charlotte, about an hour away from Winston. Made my way up this morning, and we are in game number 4 of 12 games today. Game number 1 of our broadcast, 1 out of 6. And again, I'm riding solo today on the broadcast, so you'll be hearing me talk a lot. If you don't like what I'm saying, just put me on mute. I'll still be talking, though. There's a turnover. That's something you do not like to see out of a timeout is a turnover. They didn't run their set, and here come the Snipers. Wow. He thought about it. We'll see if the Eagles stay here in the zone defense, which they are. Nice kick-out pass. Boom! That's number 11. That is Dion Marvels out of College of Faith. Eagles with another quick shot. That's number 11. Matt Todd, we've called his name out several times today, out of Francis State. Marvels tries to go back-to-back on the threes. That was off the mark. Then Todd, very quick shot. Off balance, floating to the corner. And the Snipers have controlled the boards pretty well this game, and they always look to get out and run. Nice hesitation move by number 0. Great move by Bobby Scriven of Johnson and Wales. And if my memory serves me correct, is that the same Bobby Scriven that played at Parkland High School? My producer, Marcus Shockley, says correct. So I actually coached against Bobby back in the day. We're talking 10 years ago. I know I don't look that old, but I am that old, ladies and gentlemen, and I think about like an 80-year-old. So that's Bobby Scriven. He played on a team with Antonio Robinson, who you are going to see later today. Antonio actually plays for the Winston Savage. You will see them at the 3:30 game. And he played with Miles Bowman. And they had a 3-headed monster at Parkland High School, 4A school in Winston-Salem. Miles played professionally overseas. Antonio did, and now Bobby is also playing professionally. So never would think that a high school in Winston-Salem, Parkland High School, actually had 3 pros on their team. And Bobby was a guy that could really fill it up. Played the 2 on that team, and that time he had a nice hesitation, nice finish. He's Bobby Scriven's number 0 for the Gastonia Snipers out of Gastonia, North Carolina. Here's number 15, Wiley Petty, 6'4", out of Johnson C. Smith, inbounding the ball. Johnson C. Smith out of the CIAA. Sullivan slows it now. Nice no look over to... That's Scriven, yep. That time, a little bit too much mustard on the hot dog on that 3. And Sullivan just said, he said he won't shoot it. And number 1 for the Eagles said, I will shoot it. That's Pace Shaw. He is a rookie. And Sullivan has the experience on him there. He got a lot of quick shots this game. That's number 4. And again, those who are watching, bear with me. That's Jerry Alexander out of Denmark Tech College. But we have the rosters. They're not exactly in order, and that's could be an early entry into the Shackton a Fool today. We'll just call it the Blackburn a Fool because we're gonna have a long list probably by the end of the day. But that's Pace Shaw throwing in his name in the hat in the Blackburn a Fool, and we'll try to have some highlights for you later today. Oh, wow. That's a great contest there by Gastonia's number 4, Jerry Alexander, 5'9", but he got up on that. Great contest, way to not give up the layup. And I don't think anybody's taken the ball away from my man Wiley Petty. He's got arms the size of my legs. And they try to rip it away from him, but they weren't getting it away. And we're actually going to do the rules here. We're actually going to do a true jump ball, which I like. You know, you hear the term jump ball, and it's always an arrow. Scriven tried to sell the call and did, much to the dismay of the coach of the Augusta Eagles. Does not like it. We're running, though, with a 2-person crew here, so this is a tight game. 24-23, lots of whistles, which isn't good for my Chick-fil-A run post-game. Hopefully they're still open. Scriven goes to the line. It's 1 for 2 again here, so Eagles get into a good half-court offense. Oh, Shaw stepped on the line. Good defense there by the Snipers. Number 4, Alexander. Denmark Tech gets the ball up court. Sullivan with a great dump off to Petty. Wasn't able to finish. Gastonia, that's Charles. Did a great job of staying straight up. Number 35 in black. He's a shot blocker. He's done a great job all game protecting the rim. And wow. Oh, wow. That's going to be definitely a Shack to the full entry. We've already had 2 here in the last couple of minutes. I might need some fan voting going on if my producer, Marcus Shockley, could get on that on Twitter. Yeah, well, you forced me. I have no fans, which is probably correct. I'd like to see them incorporate Daniel Charles, number 35. He's been doing a great job. Really wiry, runs the floor like a deer, protects the rim, and he's every bit of 6'7", what they list him as. Let him guard the ball right now. Scriven coming off the screen. Nice little bounce pass. Wasn't ready for it. And you got to look at shot clock here. It's down to 5 seconds. I don't know if they recognize it. They do, and they force a shot. Wow, off the back of the rim. Good rebound. And that's number 24, Rudy Bryant. Haven't called his name out today. 6'4", power forward. Good rebound, good strong finish. And that puts them back in the lead. We've had several lead changes in this one already. A bad spot to pick up your dribble if you're number 7. And I do not have him on the roster, so we will just call him number 7. Nice pass. Incorporate the big fella. He's been doing a lot of work for you all game. Scriven said, if you want me to foul him next time, I'll foul him. It's Charles with the free throw. Kind of a funky release off the mark. There's Sullivan for the 3 off the front of the rim. And we have World B Auto has entered the facility. Wants everybody to know that he's here. As he gives a hat wave to the crowd. Again, he will be on the air next. So if you don't have a chance to see him, just make sure you're tuning in to my broadcast. And we got some extracurricular activity here on the ground, but looks like everybody's good. We're going to help them up. So we have a jump ball. And again here with the rules, official jump balls, as our clock actually just went out, which is not good. But we're going to keep it up on our end. Oh, no, we're back. Okay, good. Number 7, who will go unnamed, wanted it over back there on Sullivan. Sullivan's doing an amazing job right now running the offense. Again, it's 6'8", and out of UNC Charlotte, he's being a point forward for this Snipers team. It's off the mark. The Eagles have settled this game for a lot of outside jumpers, and they've seen themselves down on the scoreboard. Augusta's moving the ball a lot better, but they just haven't been able to get anything going inside, even though they've tried. As Daniel Charles has just controlled the paint. That's number 1 with a nice take. Pace Shaw, again a rookie. Said there was nothing rookie about that shot as he got the roll. Sullivan again playing that facilitator role for this team. Nice little move there, the little spin cycle for, I believe that's my man out of Johnson C. Smith, Wiley Pettit. I like that name, Wiley. Man, out of control there by Shaw, and it leads to the run out and the finish. turnovers and bad shots always lead to layups, and you can see that happen a lot out here. As the Gastonia Snipers are up 29-26. Sullivan said, he's talking a little bit of trash over here. I like it. Said that's a good shot as it goes off the mark. And again, outside shots off the mark are leading out to runouts, and the Eagles coach is going to take a timeout. This is definitely a second one of the half. I'm not sure how many timeouts each team receives. I would probably guess 2.5, which if that's the case, that's their second one. We're going to keep it here with you. These are 30-second timeouts. Slow-moving half, lots of fouls, 4:15 remaining. Again, we are here at the 2019 ECBL Showcase. I'm James Blackburn, going to be riding solo here with you all day on Netcast Sports. And up next in the following game, this is, again, game number 1 of 6 today. You'll see different teams such as the Du Bois Dream out of Pennsylvania, the NABL. You'll see the Winston Savage out of the UBA. You'll see the primetime players, last year's champions of the ECBL. So a variety of basketball. Fun, full day. If you want to get on out here, it's a good day out in Hickory, North Carolina. You see a lot of basketball. Bring the kids out. Great pass. Ooh, just a little bit too much there by Sullivan. And he's so far to be the man. Bernard Sullivan out of UNC Charlotte has been the guy involved today. Now we see some pressure, defense, a little bit of a half-court trap here by the Snipers. Eagles did a great job of breaking it. Another three-pointer. Sullivan with a big board, wanted the foul, didn't get it. The Eagles, finally the lid comes off the goal for the Eagles, and that's number 30, Mike Kusin, last year's All-Star Game MVP. Little bit of show and go there by Sullivan. Whipped a behind the back pass with his left hand. That came out of nowhere. Surprised even the broadcasters. Number 8, that's a good looking stroke off the mark. That's Sharon King, second season in the ECBL. See Augusta Eagles moving around, get it to their All-Star Game MVP, Kusin. Try to get the pass. They're going to call it. Oh, wow. He was actually passing that ball. Oh, okay. They're giving it to him on the floor. I thought he said he was giving him 2, but correct call. Got the ISO on the wing for Kusin. Forces a shot. Well contested. Bernard does a great job getting it up court to his teammate. Both played in Charlotte. That's my man, Wiley Petty. Johnson C. Smith. Oh, wow, that's a bad shot there by Todd. Forced that one. Good rebound there by Petty, number 15. Gets it up to his point guard, his running mate. Number 4 tried to put, as the kids say nowadays, some mustard on it. Or, I'm sorry, some jelly. I was wrong on that one. We just called that a layup back in my day. Oh, tough shot. It's number 4. Jerry Alexander, and it leads to a fast break. They can get the foul on Alexander here. Or I'm sorry, on Sullivan. Number 8, a nice strong take. Sharon King, the strong drive. And again here, ladies and gentlemen, this is game number 1 of 6. Gastonia Snipers in the purple versus the Augusta Eagles in the black. At 1:10, Mr. Wayne Willoughby Otto will be calling the Du Bois Dream versus the NC Coyotes. Du Bois Dream out of Pennsylvania made a long trip down here, and they just came off a tough loss in their game earlier versus the primetime players, last year's ECBL champions. So Du Bois will be looking to rebound and get the win against the Coyotes in our 110 game, which we're going to be a little bit behind that, but we're going to just stay with us, and you'll be seeing a lot of basketball today. The NC Coyotes out of Raleigh, North Carolina. We're going to have another foul. Oh, wow. Nobody was protecting the rim. That's just poor defense. Leaves the inbounder. You never want to leave the inbounder. Most important guy on the court, Matt Todd, does a great job of throwing the pass and relocating. Get it right inside. Gets it to the corner, and that is number 4, Jerry Alexander out of Denmark Tech with the 3. We come down to less than a minute to go here. Really tight ball game. Though Gastonia has come out. Oh, wow. All right, Sullivan. Oh, no, that's my man Wiley. He stapled that thing against the glass. I feel sorry for that ball. Might have to get a new ball after that one, Marcus. That thing just exploded off the backboard. It's a good-looking shot there by Daniel Carls off the back of the rim. His three-point shot actually looks better than his free throw, so kind of interesting. They look to get Wiley out of the game. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Wiley. That is Pope out of San Jose, and that was Pope actually on the big block, I believe. And I doubt that we're going to hold for one here. If I was well, they can't. They've got a 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Trying to force the pass inside. Eagles get a turnover. Let's hold for one here. Oh, nice pass. Throw it down, big fella. That's Daniel Carls on the alley-oop, and that's the way we're going to end the half with the Eagles coming back within 10. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with you on the other side. And we are back here at Grandview Middle School at the ECBL 2019 Showcase for the second half between the Augusta Eagles and the Gastonia Snipers. Kind of a tongue twister if you say that too many times like I've been saying. Nice drive and kick there for the Snipers. They come out, and that's big fella getting the roll. I believe, let's see, they don't have the jersey numbers on the front, so now they're going the other direction. That's number 14. That's Joseph Pope out of San Jose Ford. Nice looking prospect. Nice three ball there. We have the Snipers have opened up now. Now they're up double digits. We have the Snipers going left to right on your screen in the purple. Nice extra pass there on the perimeter. Good mid-range pull-up jumper. You don't see that a lot anymore, unfortunately, but great mid-range shot. Has a big answer there for number 8 for the Eagles. That's Sharon King, second season in the league. Keeps his team within striking distance, now down 10. Got a stop clock, 2 18-minute halves here. Pope, back-to-back threes for the big fella out of California. Mike Kusin, last year's All-Star Game MVP, with a good drive. Just missed, and Charles is there to clean it up. Eagles now going with the man-to-man. Started the game in a zone, and that's a bad foul. Number 3 got him on the arm, Richard Yancey. We're doing 1 for 2 free throws here at the showcase today, so kind of a quick pace game.
World B, WORLD.
That's number 2, Rodricks. Moore out of Clinton Junior College. 6'1". Makes the first and makes the only. Gets 2 points out of it. And man, the Eagles have just had a really hard time turning the ball over today. Had a lot of loose dribbling, and the Snipers have capitalized by getting out of transition and finishing. Tough man-to-man defense right now by the Snipers. But he shakes free, gets loose, off the mark, and here they come. They're running. Nice pass. Transition 3 off the front of the iron. You got a rebound. Eagles aren't getting down court. This is starting to become a rout now, as the Snipers are just pure out hustling the Eagles in many facets of this game. Now up 56-39. A little bit too high there for Charles. And Todd able to draw the foul. And the clock is actually still running here. So I will say that we might be in a situation where they are keeping a running clock here in the second half. Maybe my producer can confirm that. Just to speed things along here. We're a little bit behind schedule. We do have 12 games today. Again, this is game number 1 of 6 here on Netcast Sports.
Marcus, I got the first one. Du Bois Green. Sorry, okay, not a problem.
They're going to call him for steps there. That's Wiley Petty with the extra steps on the travel. And now the clock stopped. So I think that might have been a slip up than before for the running clock. Is Mike Kusin with the 3 ball. That's easily, by unofficial count, his 4th of the day. This game's starting to slow down a little bit. You'll see throughout the day, especially as teams get into their second games, the game's starting to slow down a little bit more as these players get a little bit more tired legs. And now we are stopping the clock. So I was wrong about the running clock situation. We will continue to play a stop clock, but again, it's 1 for 2 from the line. It's Charles with the good rebound. Let's see if the Eagles get out and run, and they are. Kusin would like to have that one back. That's a quick trigger there by the MVP. My man World admiring himself before the broadcast. Good defense there by number 11 in black. That's Matt Todd. Called his name out multiple times. Been really active today on both sides of the ball. And number 5, Nick Crawford out of Johnson & Wales. He's been doing a nice job of playing with pace, setting the tempo here for this Snipers team. Kusin, way to use the high glass from Mike Kusin. Nice lay in there. Is leading the team in scoring for the Augusta Eagles. Oh, wow. Great take there by Scriven. Had that same move in the first half. Little hesitation dribble. Looked like me back in my younger days. He's found himself back in the line. And these refs are getting an earful right now from some people, fans in the stands. Early call there on the nice skip pass to Scriven. Scriven's looking to attack. Nice finish. Scriven's really doing a nice job of attacking the basket. Looks like his days back at Parkland High School in Winston-Salem. Now he's doing it with the purple jersey of the Snipers out of Augusta. I'm sorry, out of Gastonia. Forced the tough drive. Here comes the Snipers. They're running. Oh, wow, that's a little no-look hook pass. And boom! That's number 5. Nick Crawford out of Johnson and Wales. He's been running point guard all game, been running things. And now it looks like I believe that's going to be a timeout. It was definitely not called with a lot of gusto, but a timeout there by the Augusta Eagles coach. And while we have a little bit of a break, I want to put in a little bit of a plug for the Winston-Salem Wolves. They are a new team this year out of the ECBL, out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. They will be having a tryout on Monday, as in, I believe that's 2 days from now. Going to be coached, the team this year is coached by David Solomon. David Solomon has experience in Slovakia, Denmark, Venezuela. He's been an overseas coach for many years, and he is going to be the coach of this year's team. Really good setup, really good organized organization, and they are going to be doing their tryouts on this Monday, in Winston-Salem. If you have any questions about the tryout or if you want any more information, make sure you go to their website. It's Winston-Salem Wolves, WSWolves.com/tryout. And you can also find them on social media. They're all over Twitter and on Instagram. And their owner has actually been giving away 2 All-Star Game tickets. And I believe that contest is still running. They have not given those away. So if you want to see yourself in Charlotte this year for the All-Star Game, make sure to follow them on Instagram and on Twitter, and you can have a chance to get you and your someone else who's extremely lucky, because they didn't do anything to win the contest, if you bring them to the All-Star Game in Charlotte. And we were back to the action here, and right back to see Mike Kusin hitting more threes from that right wing. He loves that wing area. Right now he's just doing what he can to keep his team in it as they trail by 20 with 11:37 left here in the second half. Augusta, this half, or should rather, Gastonia is relentless in attacking the rim, drawing fouls. Just making the ref call the foul. This is Crawford back at the line. That time just in and out. Nick Crawford out of Johnson and Wales. Richard Yancey sets up the offense. Gets a little dribble handoff to his running mate, Mike Kusin, who's a good shooter. That time couldn't find the mark, but oh, wow, there's a little Kyrie between the legs pass by Crawford. And we've seen some good Showtime stuff, and that's going to be a Shaq to the Fool nominee. And, man, this game now is just becoming a rout, 72-47. I'm not a math major, but I believe that's 25 points. I don't benefit from having a calculator over here, but nice pass by Carls to Kusin. Way to move without the ball. Snipers now. Crawford looks for a ball screen. Got caught in the air. Found an escape. Good extra pass. There's Pope. Pope off the mark, and it leads to a fast break for Shaw for the Eagles with the 2. These players, you could tell, are getting a little bit tired. Scriven with a nice hesitation, change of speed, little flow, gets the basket to go. Looked for the foul too, but didn't get the call. Nice body control there by Kusin. Nice job by Petty of staying straight up, hands in the air. He is entitled to that space in the air, and the refs let him go, which is nice, no call. Both of these teams playing with a looks like to be depleted rosters. The Eagles playing with 8 guys today. The Gastonia Snipers going with the lineup of 9 guys. And the ECBL is an up and down league. You need a deep roster. You need a roster. Most of these teams are going to play 10 or 11 guys just because got to be able to get up and down and keep up with the pace. There's a nice looking 3-ball by number 3, Richard Yancey, Middle Georgia Technical College, second year in the ECBL. There's an answer that time by Crawford, who's really come alive this second half. And man, the Eagles right now have a lot of length on the floor with Daniel Carls and Nathaniel Carls, and they are actually brothers, believe it or not. Nathaniel's nickname is Wilt. That's a good nickname to have. I don't know if that's named after Wilt the Stilt, the Big Dipper, Mr. Wilt Chamberlain himself. Wow, that's a tough move. Number 30, Mike Kusin, able to free himself up, get some space for the 3-ball. That's got to be his 5th or 6th 3 of the game. He's definitely got over 20 points for this Eagles team, but he's used to getting buckets as he won MVP last year. Wow, that thing got wiped away by about 3 Eagles black jerseys. Eagles came swooping in, and Carl's brother said, "No suit for you today," on that take by Crawford. One thing I am surprised about is we've only had 1 dunk the entire game, and that came right before the half buzzer by Daniel Carls with the 2-hand throwdown from his teammate Kusin. That was a big bucket. It's kept it to 10 points, but this second half has been all Gastonia Snipers. They have been sniping away from the perimeter and inside, getting everything to go. Oh. Big boy him. Big boy move by number 24, Rudy Bryant. And he is 6'4", but he plays way bigger than 6'4". That time he put the little shake and bake with the shoulders on him, had the footwork going. Nice feet work there by the big fella. Let's see if he can capitalize. Off the mark. Doesn't get the old-fashioned 3-point play. Again, they shoot 2 for 1 on free throws. If you get fouled and it's an and-1, you do have to shoot that 1. Nice up-court pass. I appreciate my fans with the good comments. We still have 7:45 left in this one, and the Eagles have a ways to go, especially with shots like that, which just lead out to runouts for the Snipers. A lot of dribbling going on right now. And then nobody picks him up, but wow, Carlos came in and just says, "I don't know where you're going, little fella, but this is my lane." And now this game's sped up, but out of control gets the charge call. The Eagles right now have a ways to go to claw back. Not sure if this is possible or not, but they're going to try to do it. And it's going to start with the free throw line. Pace Shaw, rookie, 6'2" guard. Can't capitalize on the freebie. So again, this is actually the Snipers' second game of the day. And man, these guys must be on a good workout program that I want to be on, because they still look like this is their first game with how good their conditioning is. Wow, tough shot. Really well contested that time by number 7, who I still don't have his number, but he's been really active and quick guard for the Eagles. There's Kuvion, able to get to the basket. Struggled to finish this half. Been hitting a lot of threes, though, and there he is. Nice pass. Good extra pass. And that's Daniel's brothers, Nathaniel. That's nicknamed Wilt for the big fella. And my goodness, these guys' wingspans, they're each listed as 6'7". And just from my view here on the sidelines, look to at least have a 6'10" wingspan, both of them. And Eagles letting a lot of points slip, freebies at the free throw line. And now the Snipers are going to look to really slow down the pace, try to use some clock as they have a big lead. Again, this is a showcase event as Crawford goes off the mark. Big rebound there, big boy rebound. Padded in those stats, looking for the call, and that's Rudy Bryant. Just stronger than all of his competition. Padded in his own stats, getting rebound after rebound. But again, this is a showcase event, as we alluded to earlier, so look for these teams, despite having a big lead or a big deficit, they could continue to play hard, and you never know who's watching. In addition, these teams, a lot of them aren't complete yet in whatever league they are playing in, whether it be the NABL, UBA, ECBL, which most of these teams here are in the ECBL, East Coast Basketball League. And these teams, the owners, the GMs, the coaches are still looking to put together rosters. You've got other ECBL teams here represented in the stands, coaches, GMs, owners alike, that are looking to find players, free agents for their team. So even if you get picked up, let's say your team already has a roster, even if you get cut, another team could very easily pick you up. Now we have a 29-point lead for the Gastonia Snipers. Good extra pass. Wide open three ball that time by Pace Shaw. There's Todd's been active all game on the rebound. Looks to get it up court. And there's Shaw drawing the foul, getting himself to the free throw line. Nice take. And this is professional basketball, ladies and gentlemen, so there will be no running clock or any mercy rule, as in most AAU events that you see. If you're getting beat, you just got to take your beating. Here at Grandview Middle School in Hickory, North Carolina, really nice location, nice floor, good space between the baskets, between the baseline and the basket. And haven't really seen anybody. The floor's been doing a good job of holding up. Haven't seen anybody really slip. And that's going to be another nomination to the Blackburn A Fool. We'll have to roll that clip later. This Tide just has not been able to find the mark this game. Shooting some tough shots. Number 7 gets that one to go. And now this team, the Augusta Eagles, this is actually their first game of the day, so you can catch them again. They play the nightcap against the NC Coyotes at 7 o'clock. So if you're the Eagles right now, you like to stay off your feet, go maybe get you some Chick-fil-A, some Zaxby's, PDQ. We got plenty of chicken options in the area. So take your pick amongst the three. I prefer the shakes from PDQ, the chicken strips from Zaxby's, and the sandwiches from Chick-fil-A. So my producer tells me I can't go to different restaurants. I may very well do that after this broadcast. Got a little one-on-one battle going on, and I don't know. My goodness, I mean, that's just a bad foul. No reason to foul a guy fading away, but the Eagles do it, and the Snipers have seen themselves in the line all game today. This is number 2. Rodrix Moore called his name out earlier out of Clinton Junior College. And again, we appreciate you guys tuning in today to Netcast Sports Game 1 of 6. Netcast Sports does an amazing job of covering the ECBL. You can find the Winston-Salem Wolves will have their games broadcasted this year on the network, and You'll see me on there probably multiple games. Make sure to tune in April for the Portsmouth Invitational Tournament featuring the top 64 seniors in the nation, playing in front of NBA scouts, European scouts alike. And you can find me and Will Beato also will be on the call at that event. A little bit of sloppy play here for both teams. Eagles turned away at 2, said, I don't want to shoot the 2. They're 2 layups they just turned away. They're shooting 3s only. And I don't know if the shot clock ever even reset. Nobody really established control of the ball. And immediately after this one, there won't be much of a break, and you're going to have to tune in to see the Du Bois Dream. Really good organization out of the NABL, North American Basketball League. Made the trip all the way from the north in Pennsylvania. Hopefully the weather is a little bit better here, but it's pretty cold outside. But they will be facing off against the NC Coyotes out of Raleigh, North Carolina. This will be the second game out of the past 3 for the Du Bois Dream. Wayne Will Beato, named after Will Be Free of Greensboro, North Carolina, will be on the call. And if he doesn't come back in the gym, I might have to be on the call back-to-back games. That's Todd. Just hasn't been able to find the mark in this one. Oh, rumbling and tumbling. Mr. Wiley goes. That's a lot of muscle hitting the floor. They need to wipe that, like he's saying. And there will be, well, we do have a towel. Okay, good. They've been doing a great job this game of keeping the court wiped. I might be making my way back to the media room here once this one's concluding. Me and my producer have been known in the past dozen years or so to find the media room. It's usually the first question I ask, what kind of media food they're going to have at an event. That's if they're going to see me with my presence at the event, they'll have a good media spread. I was actually listening to some XM radio on the way here today from my commute from Winston-Salem to Hickory, and they were actually talking about good NBA teams that have the best media food. And the Milwaukee Bucks, evidently, back in the day, used to have a carving station at all of their games. I'm going to have to make my way down to Milwaukee for those. Found myself at the Charlotte Hornets game the other day in their media room, and they've actually got a really nice spread. Had some good barbecue chicken, green beans, rice, great dessert platter as well. You can tell I'm probably pretty hungry. Hoping that they just run the clock out these last few minutes as we see a 30-point ball game. The Eagles, though, to their credit, still fighting with a minute 27 left. Gastonia Snipers are not going to slow down. Nice hands there. Good run out. Hopefully nobody will foul anybody here. You had a 3-on-1 break. You got to capitalize on that. Just too many passes. Wiley gets it over to Shaw. Oh! Makes the poster. He didn't get up too high, but he got up high enough. And that's Mr. Joseph Pope out of San Jose with the one-handed lefty throwdown. Rattled the basket. That thing's still rattling right now. And a shack to the fool right there. 2 missed layups. And I don't know why the clock is stopped. That's the last thing the clock should be doing right now, as we have a 25-point lead for the Snipers. And they're still sniping away from 3-point line. They don't care if they have a 25-point lead. They're trying to hit 100. I was told if we hit 100, everybody in attendance gets free Chick-fil-A. I don't know if that's true or not, but we will try to confirm. And the Snipers, 97-72. Try to go with the Shaq throwdown. The big fella missed the dunk. And that's Todd, who already had a big dunk before that. I'm sorry, that's Petty. Oh, they hit the century mark on the 3 by Scrimmage. Looks like I'm walking away with the free sandwich. Good win there for the Gastonia Snipers, 100-74 over the Augusta Eagles, and we are going to wrap it up. We'll see you here in a minute.